Hundreds of fires are blazing across California, many of which are in wine country.
Western Mass News reporter Sabrina Riley sat down with a local wine expert to see if the prices of our favorites could be impacted.
Oh my God, I'm so scared.
Fires in California are raging and only getting worse.
Danger has not passed yet, and we continue to monitor the situation.
Officials saying the fires have even spread to wine country. In the past week, over 74,000 acres have already been scorched. Table and Vine manager Michael Quinlan tells Western Mass News that when he heard about the wildfires, he was concerned for two reasons.
The effects of these fires are far-reaching, from people's safety to what eventually comes to us in bottled form. When you start to look at the fact that wine is one of the major products produced in California, you think to yourself, oh my gosh, how is this going to affect all of that?
And although the fires are burning in California right now, Michael says we won't see the prices on the shelves increase for at least a year.
Wine is a product that needs to be made. It needs to age before it's sold. What we do know is that 2018, last year's harvest, was one of the biggest in California history, and there's a ton of wine to be sold still. So that should have a stabilization on the prices for now. But if 2019 comes up short, or if the product is affected by smoke taint, which is a real concern, suddenly you could see a problem with pricing.
But he does say that because of the lateness in the season, a lot of the grapes have been saved from the risk of smoke taint.
It's, basically November 1st here. So most of the grapes are already harvested. They're already in the tanks. They're, the juice is already done. So they're not still on the vines being affected by this. So that's the good news.
He also says that because of how the wine industry has developed, competition will help keep prices consistent.
We're fortunate that, here, I think, in the East Coast especially, we have wines from all over the world, right? I mean, Table and Vine has 4,000 wines. We have wines from France. We have wines from all throughout Europe. We have Australia, of course, South America, and, of course, California, Washington, and Oregon, too, New York State. So many different places producing wine now that ultimately the competition should keep the prices pretty stable as well.
For Western Mass News, I'm Sabrina Riley.